Good morning, everyone. My head kind of hurts. I'm gonna do this with as much enthusiasm as I can muster. For those that followed on Twitter, I went on quite a rant today. I will be doing another rant tomorrow, and it will list a more explicit detail of what the fuck's bothering me. But that's what's going on then. Live chat. All right. Okay, so tonight's episode of Impact is almost too mind-blowing to even ignore. I don't know why no one's tuning into this. Tonight's going to be absolutely incredible. 2 extreme matches, an amazing 6-man match, an 8-person street fight. It's just going to be, this is a pay-per-view worthy show you're getting for free. And people have the right to bitch and complain about it. Don't understand it. Either way, here we go. Here's the rundown. Let's start off with Shera versus Cody Deaner. Cody Deaner. I love how he shares a name with me. Anyways, so Shera versus Cody Deaner, which is kind of strange to me. I would have thought the first one would be Jake. But Cody Deaner versus Shera. Shera, what can I say? After somewhat, I want to say 3 year leaving, 3 years, right? 2016. Yeah, 3 years. Because he was at the India tapings in 2016. Or was that 2017? It could be 2 or 3 years. He went to NXT. They saw nothing of value of him, so they basically just took him to take him. Saw him making a big name in Impact and say, hey, you know what? This guy's looking like a threat. We'll take him. They take him. They don't use him. They release him. I mean, that's the basic way to go, right? WWE sees interest, they leave. Happened to Crazy Steve. Happened to Laredo Kid. It happened to Garza Jr. WWE sees interest. The talent leave Impact. And then they're released or forgotten about 2 weeks later. It's never a guarantee in WWE, which some fans and some Impact talent need to realize. Just because they have interest doesn't mean there's a contract on the table. Anyways, as I was saying, so Shera versus Cody, Cody versus Shera, Shera versus Cody, Cody versus Shera. This is going to be a crazy match because Shera is a beast. Not to insult, but he has turned into an absolute beast. He's a tank, a gorilla, a lion. Cody is just now getting a foothold in what he wants to do and what he wants to be. In his early years in TNA, he was a comedy / redneck rough act. This one, he's actually putting everything he's giving. He's just giving, or just giver, basically. So we have that match tonight, and it's going to be crazy because not only does Shera and Cody are involved, but the Desi Hit Squad, which is Hakeem and Raj and Gama, and one Deaner. So that's basically a 4-on-1 situation or 4-on-2 situation. Could be a 3-on-2 situation or a 3-on-1 situation. Either way, it's a very rocky bridge of what it could happen and what could go down. But that's the last I'm going to say on that. Next, we got the Rascals versus... I was trying to think of a crazy team name for these guys, but all I got was, let's see, Toxin, Arez, and Australian Suicide. I was thinking a way to mix Suicide with Toxin, and then you get, I know, Team Biohazard. No, that's not right. That's insulting. Anyways, so we got Arez, not Aries as in Austin Aries. I think it's Arez. Arez, yeah, I think it's Arez. Arez, Aries, a Z at the end and an IES, not Austin. And then you got Toxin. I think we saw him work an explosion match about maybe 6 months ago. Now, the name Toxin, the way his gimmick is, the way his style is, he would be a great addition just for the name to build on. Toxin. Such amazingness. I love that. And then you got Australian Suicide, who was in Impact for one brief showing, I believe. And he also did some work in AAA. So we got that to look forward to versus the Rascals. The the pot smoking shenanigans of the Rascals. This is just going to be a fun match. There's no storyline involved. At least we don't think there's a storyline involved. We do know, however, that the Rascals will face Dr. Ragnar and two people of his choosing for Bound for Glory. So this might be a pre-game match to show what AAA has to offer the Rascals to prepare them for their match at Bound for Glory. That's the only way I see this working. But it's going to be a fun match regardless if there's no storyline, if there's no plot. It's just going to be a fun, fantastic match, and it's probably going to blow up YouTube. Next, we got LAX's last match. So here's something I wanted to go down on for like a good 2 minutes or brief minutes. See, in the past, we saw Eli Drake leave. We saw Arez leave. We saw Patron leave. We saw Ali die. We saw Trevor concussed, well, dead. And then we saw EC3's exit. Now, here's the thing about this. They all got an exit, and they got a subliminal amount of promoting out the door. LAX have been constantly on Impact's Twitter feed, and not LAX team, LAX Dimensions. They're still promoting LAX as talent, not as exiting talent, which I can hugely respect Impact for doing that. That's amazing. They're not even on the roster. They're gone from the company, and they're still promoting them as strong as they can because they're still technically still involved with the show, which is awesome. That's what more promotions should be doing. Even though they're out and gone, it's not like they're actually gone yet. This is their last showing. This is their last match. This is the last time we'll see them on Impact, technically, because they may hate it at AEW and they may hate it in NXT. They say, hey, you know what? We're being buried by the Bucks. We're being buried by SCU. Either way, they could hate it there. And yes, more views and more eyes and more of a, more of a fan base, if you want to call it that. But they may hate over there, and you know what? We have something good at Impact. We might go back. It's never a sure thing. That's why they're not doing what everyone else has been doing, and that's trashing Impact out the door. They're leaving a possibility for a return, which in business and in promotions and wrestling around the world, you want to do that. You don't want to kick your way out the door. You want to be slightly just pushed out the door. You know you're going, but you know it's not long term. Either way, they're going up against Rich and Mack, Willie Mack and Rich Swann versus Ortiz and Santana for the very last time, or the last time on Impact. Last match. And I gotta bid them a farewell. I usually don't really like it when talent leave, but the way they've left and the way they've respected it and the way they keep contact with fans, it seems like we as Impact fans just have to accept it. It's not in our power. It's not something we can stop. It's something we gave. It's something we bought. And it's something we pushed. But that's just the evolvement of the business. Like, I don't know how many wrestlers I've actually bought and they're not even an Impact anymore. I don't know how many shirts I've actually bought and they're not an Impact anymore. And it makes me question a lot of things, like why am I being a fan of these ungrateful talents? Why am I being a fan? Why am I putting my money into talent when you know they're not going to be there, or when they're not there anymore? I have an Ali shirt in my closet I don't wear anymore. I have a Chelsea Green shirt I don't wear anymore. I have an Eli Drake shirt I don't wear anymore. I have an Arez shirt I don't wear anymore. I mean, I bought these clothes because I was supporting the wrestlers and supporting the brand and supporting the brand they worked for. And it just seems like our love and passion and respect doesn't mean a damn to some of these wrestlers. They're just in it for the almighty dollar, which I guess you can say, but for instance, I want to be the fan of the wrestler and the fan of the wrestling. I wouldn't be in it for the money. I said this constantly on any fucking video I've probably said, is Impact can offer me a contract with $200 per view per appearance. That's just fine by me. As long as they pay my way out there and pay the hotel bills and I just get a stable check, I'm fine. I don't need constant $1 billion. I don't have a family to support. I don't have a marriage to uphold. I would just need rent money, and pay the bills. That's at least, if I were to do that and get a house, it would be at least, I don't know, maybe $1,000. But I don't need a $1 billion contract or $1 million contract to be happy. I would be completely content with how much they wanted to offer me. As long as I can pay my way and live in my house the way it's supposed to be. I don't want a mansion. I don't want 5 billion cars. I don't want to be publicized in magazines, and it's nothing like that. I just want to work for Impact because it's a company I have loved since 2008. I have put everything into this brand, of promoting it, of supporting it, of doing anything I could. And I don't care about the paycheck I would get. It could be as low as it is, but I'm not in it. I would not be in it for the money. I don't even care about how much money I have. As long as I can have a sizable amount of money to have my fun, to pay rent, to pay my bills, I'm content and happy. I don't need an expensive lifestyle. That's not me. Anyways, so that's the match. LAX and Ortiz versus Willie Mack and Rich Swann, which I like to call the all-nighters. Come on, brand it, the all-nighters. No, I mean, you could, but eh. And then you have, I'm gonna go with, okay, Alisha Edwards versus Taya Valkyrie. Fun match. I really hope that's not on this video. The mouse key. Taya Valkyrie versus Alisha Edwards. Now on Instagram and Twitter they go back with twinning, and they're twins, and they're mini-me's and mini-mo's, and I don't know. But apparently they're like Impact sisters, which is going to be fun because this is a match I've wanted to see for a very long time. I think the first night on Taya, when Taya's debut, I think she faced Alisha. I would have to go back to her debut, and then she attacked her and joined up with Taryn and was it Sienna or Chelsea? I want to say it was Taryn and Chelsea, the destructive blondes. And so we haven't seen this match yet in a while or ever. I have to do some research. But Alisha has been on a roll lately, and she is impressing the hell out of everyone. I would have expected her halfway out the company, but she's been pulling her weight. She's been pushing. She's been acting. She's been doing a great job with this Ace Austin story. I don't care what anyone says. She's acting. She's doing her part. I think she's doing a phenomenal job. And this match is going to be really great to see. It's probably just a warm-up for Taya, or Alisha might impress. You never know. She can pull something out like that. Either way, it's going to be a good match. Then we have the main event, which I believe is going to be the main event. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. We have Sue versus Havok first. Su Yung versus Jessika Havok. They've been at cross battles since, I want to say, crap. Rebellion? No, that's not right. Havok made her debut in New York, I think it was. Yeah, New York. But this story has been going on since 2 years ago with the whole Alley and Undead Realm stuff. So apparently the whole story here is Su Yung is pissed because Jessika cost her the match at Slammiversary. Yes, Slammiversary, where it was a 4-way knockouts match. 4-way knockouts Monsters Ball match. Yeah, that was a great match. So they're at war with each other, and technically the storyline is they're sisters, so sibling rivalry. Anyways, so that's that match, and it's a no disqualification match. So we can expect some heavy machinery and equipment being thrown involved. It's going to be a fun, fantastic match, and I cannot wait. That is the first hardcore match, or the first extreme match, or the first violent match, or the first stipulation match of the night. Either way you want to say it, it's going to be hardcore and crazy. Then we got what I'm calling Team OVE versus Team Tessa. Doesn't really seem appropriate calling them Team ECW or Team Original or Team TNA, so it's whatever. So I'm going to say Team Tessa versus Team OVE, Team OVE versus Team Tessa. Team OVE being Fulton, Jake and Dave Crist, and Sami Calihan, versus Team Tessa, as in obviously Tessa Blanchard, Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and RVD in an 8-way tornado style street fight. There are no teams, no tagging. It's going to be as nuts as it was in, like, I think it was the Melrose Ballroom, about when it was OVE versus I want to say the crazy match they had. Forgot who involved, but it was 8 people, and it ended with ladders and stuff. I gotta watch that again. Anyways, so that's the night, and for a brief moment, this is gonna be my rant tomorrow as well. I want to discuss this outrage against ECW guys coming back for fun or for one more Raw. Here's one fact. Don Callis is in management. Don Callis played a huge part in ECW booking, in ECW links, and he has friends in the business so deep in ECW, he can call anyone up and say, hey, you know what? We want you here. And you know what? Some will just say, you know what? For you, Don, anything. You helped my career. You boosted my career. Just get me there, and I'm good. Like, most just want a free plane ticket. That's most want. They don't really want a paycheck because they're already branded as somewhat millionaires. I mean, RVD lives in Las Vegas and goes to clubs every night. He doesn't really need a hefty paycheck. He's already worth almost over $1 billion. So some of these guys don't even get that heavy paid, which what the dirt sheets say, oh, this and that. Like, no, probably not. There is a 75% chance they're probably not getting paid more than what Impact is offering the other talent. It could be. I don't know. But I'm just saying, for personal reasons, I'm pretty sure that's not entirely accurate because they're friends with Don Callis. Now, here's the second part. The second part is they're not gunning for titles or recognition or attention like AEW WWE. See, WWE is pushing Shane McMahon into the fucking King of the Ring championship title or fucking whatever the crown it is, and he doesn't belong in there. Put smaller talent in there and make them win. Put the younger guys in. He doesn't deserve that fucking crown. AEW, Chris Jericho is the champion. I can see why. I just hate why, because you got guys like Jack Evans and Angelico and Helico. You got Lucha Brothers. You got these bona fide young star guns, athletes, and they're being shadowed by Chris Jericho, which I like Chris Jericho, and it's wasn't his decision to book him as champion, so I'm not hating that at all. But why? You already got a following, so it doesn't matter who's on the debut of TNT. You're gonna get views. So it didn't make any sense not to give the title to Hangman Page. None. The booking decision was freaking stupid, and that's the end of it. Now in Impact, you don't see these legends going after titles. You don't see these legends going after recognition or attention or grasping the ring and not getting it. RVD says, who knows, I might become X Division champion again. Like, he's been in the company since January. No, April. My bad, because it was United We Stand. April. And he hasn't been in any title picture. He's only won a few matches, and he's put most talent over. Rhino. He dropped a 7 or 8 figure deal just to sit home and eat food and work on himself. He's like, nah, screw that money. I'm going to go help the younger talent. What does he do? He comes to Impact. He dropped a hefty contract deal to work for Impact, to help it, to help the talent. Doing exactly what Jericho should be doing, doing exactly what Cody should be doing, the Bucks are still young. And that's what they should be doing. But they're putting themselves head of the poster, putting them on the map, putting themselves before the company. And that's something I would never like. Don Callis and Scott D'Amore don't even put themselves on posters. You wouldn't know they ran the business unless you actually watched Impact. And that's a damn fact. Someone casual viewer can come on and say, oh, cool, it's Don Callis. He wouldn't know he's actually the executive. He wouldn't know. He'd be like, oh, cool, he commentates on New Japan. That would be his first response. That would be the fans' first response. They have even Don Callis says, I'm just a commentator. He doesn't want the title. He doesn't want to say, oh, yeah, he works here. Oh, yeah, he's an employee. Oh, yeah, he's an exec. So this whole stigma of hating legends coming over to Impact, but then praising it in AEW and WWE needs to fucking stop. I'm so fucking done with it. None of these legends are gunning for titles. None of these legends are gunning for attention. None of these legends are beating young talent unless it's for a story, unless it's built for something. And that is just pissing me off to the high heavens. How WWE and AEW can do no wrong, yet they're doing the absolutely same thing and is praised as awesomeness. But Impact does it and it's like, oh, that's stupid. The one-sided bullshit needs to end, and I'm so fucking done with it. I don't know how much longer I can promote this brand, because I have come to the conclusion that it doesn't matter what Impact does. It will be hated. It could sign the most unbelievable free agent. It could be on network television, and it would still be like, oh, that's a dumb move. Oh, that's another network. Oh, it's this. Why'd they bring him in? But if AEW and WWE brought in the same talent, like, oh my god, what? Like, for instance, the debut of LAX. Well, I'm gonna botch this as well, so don't hate me, Porter. Don't hate me, the the Puerto Rican community, the Boricuas, and they brought them in, and then they instantly got cheered like they knew who they were. Because they do know who they were, because Impact built them so strong, Impact built their brand, but because they're now in AEW, they're cheered, but because they were in Impact, they were hated. I've gone to independent shows with Impact talent, and they get cheers. But then the same people hate them online when they're on Impact. Does this not make any sense? I mean, am I making sense? Because it sounds super retarded, and I can say that because I'm technically mentally retarded. I can say the R word on a live stream. You can't sue me and you can't report me. I have doctor reports saying I am mentally fucked up. So I can say it. And I'm so fucking done with everything that Impact is trying to do and is hated. For instance, Johnny Swinger. Great talent, great look, great charisma. Not sure if he's a draw, but people are like, oh, that's stupid. You should have brought in this, or you should have paid Cross. I'm like, I'm going to get into the whole Cross situation. I'm probably going to end up blocked by him. But with respect, Cross and the whole Impact thing needs to just calmly go away. Or maybe it's all at work. Maybe they're building Cross as this hateful media guy, disgruntled employee, to make a much bigger splash on Access when he debuts. Like, oh my God, here he is. Who knows? But at the end of the day, which I fucking hate saying because Hulk Hogan said it like 10 times every TNA episode, at the end of the fucking day, Impact Wrestling is just trying to put on the best fucking wrestling program in the world, and you guys just need to give it a chance. Turn it on for 5 minutes of tonight's match. Any one of them, your mind will be blown. Your thing will be like, what the hell? Imagine a casual fan turning on Impact the night Moose chucked Eddie out of the ring onto the ramp. What's up, Jared? Onto the ramp. If someone turned on Impact Wrestling at that moment, even a fan that hates Impact Wrestling and just tried to give it a try would have gone, holy shit. Just that 1 5-second moment. And that's what I'm talking about all these matches. You could turn on randomly and you'll see like, holy shit, that was awesome. Why am I not watching this more? I've gone on for almost 30 minutes. Does anyone have any questions? There's only 2 people in chat. It has gone on. Ace Austin is a scumbag. That was not me that said it. That was Jared Woods. And I am not going to touch that because I actually like Ace Austin. Story-wise, maybe he is a scumbag. But I seriously don't see anything he's actually doing wrong. Technically, he hasn't slept with her. Technically, he hasn't kissed her. Technically, he's not doing anything that would remotely be inappropriate in my eyes. It's Eddie being jealous that's pushing Alisha away. If we're being honest, women don't like jealousy and controlling. Don't like being controlled. So when Eddie says you can't hang out with Ace Austin, like, why? That's my friend. I've been broken up in so many ways because I never gave my woman space. I never let her see her friends. I mean, I let her, but I was a dick about it. And that was from 14 to 20. I mean, I always got very suspicious of her friends hanging on her or talking with her and always socializing. And the first thing I thought was like, all right, they're sleeping on the down low. That's the first thing I thought. And what did it do? It ended the relationship. It ended them hating me, and it made me look bad. Which, in a way, that's exactly what's Eddie being out to be. He's technically being the victim here because he's hating the situation. So anything else besides that, like, I'm not touching it. I like Ace Austin. Is Killer Cross leaving Impact Wrestling? This is not a freeze. I just um who knows at this point. I will say this. Quit badgering Impact about that. They had no control. The management said otherwise on the Talk is Jericho podcast. They said we have no control on the Cross situation. That's all up on Big Ed. Ed Noterholm takes care of the contracts. So that's on Ed, and apparently it's not on us to care. We've already said our piece. We've already done our work. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We shouldn't lose sleep over it. In a way, Cross is, I wouldn't say a liar, but what Cross did about spamming the dirt sheets with rumors and other stuff when he's off doing Thailand and training to become a monk and taking his girlfriend. I don't even know if they're together still, to be honest. I haven't seen any pictures with them. Which, hey, let's start that rumor. No, let's not. Anyways, so I don't know the whole situation, but Thailand is not cheap. Italy is not cheap. Hawaii is not cheap. And the story is that Scarlett is working 2 jobs and trying to pay her mother's rent. First off, she's in her 20s. Should she be living with her parents? Second, do you see the outfits she wears? Like, those aren't cheap either. Unless she has sponsors send her outfits to wear on TV, I don't think so. Her outfits are at least $1,000 each or $1,000 more. So with her saying, "Oh, I work two 9-to-5 jobs and Impact isn't paying me enough. I still have to do this and I do that," yet she's flying off to Italy, flying off to Thailand, flying off to Jamaica, wherever the fuck she's going. And Impact was like, you know what? Bye. I mean, she ushered herself out the door, and Cross just pushed it a little. So that whole situation, I'm not touching. There's 2 sides, maybe even 4. All that I know is Thailand isn't cheap. That's gonna be my title tomorrow. Actually, I'm thinking that's gonna be my title of my rant. It's gonna start with Thailand isn't cheap, because no one in a 9-to-5 paying job can afford a Thailand trip in less than a year. But conveniently, after she worked for Impact, she was taking these trips. Coincidence? Probably not. Jordynne Grace is in Italy. Well, she was in Italy. She just came back from Italy. Taya and Johnny Impact went to Jamaica or Africa, one of the two. They're going on these trips because how much money they are being paid. That's the bottom line. Jordynne Grace just went to Italy with her fiance John Gresham, the octopus in New Japan. So you want to go on and say that they're not being paid, but yet they're buying houses. Tessa on Ethan Page's vlog. I'll plug that. Go check Ethan Page's vlog. It's great. It shows a bunch of Impact high morale. They're happier than ever. They're content. They're going to the beach. They're playing basketball. They are eating in places and talking publicly about how great this promotion is. You don't understand how hard it is to be an Impact fan and an Impact wrestler in the media, because they want you to be hated. They want you to be outcasted. They want you to be unhappy. But Tessa, on one of those episodes, said, and Ethan Page said, "Oh yeah, I think she's the highest paying contract." And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's true. I bought a house." And Ethan Page is like, "What, really?" She went out and bought a Porsche. Moose goes out and buys a car. Diener went out and bought an RV and a trampoline. They are getting paid. The proof is on the media. The proof is in social media. The proof is in their socials. So the thought of him not being paid enough is bullshit. I don't see their pay stubs. I don't see their paychecks. But I do see what they post, and I do see where they go. And I'm not an accountant, and I know that shit isn't cheap. Definitely not paid worth of a 9-to-5 paying job. And if she said half of that goes to her mother's rent, even half of a 9-to-5 paying job wouldn't get you to Thailand. That's a damn fact. And Cross can block me all he wants, but the truth is there. She went to those islands. She went to those places with Cross under an Impact banner, under Impact employment. She didn't go to any of those places before she was signed. Think on that. And that's where I end my video. Well, maybe not. TJP and Fallah Bahh should win Impact Tag Team Championships. TJ Panda, Impact Tag Team Champs, both Filipinos. In the North, Philippines, Rhino Scum, the Rascals, the All-Nighters. It could be anyone's game. If they want to do the tag team, the Dieners, the Desi Hit Squad, TJ Panda would sound like a great team name. Even Impact liked it when I tweeted it. That sounds like a great idea too. I'm not against it. So I will go into details of this rant tomorrow, and I probably can't even post a clip of it because it's too long. I'm going to do it soon though. I'm going to post it after this video. I'm going to post that one rant of the full ECW guys and see if I can crop it into making it fucking something I can post on Twitter. Because I am fucking done with everyone hating Impact for just being a wrestling promotion. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. There is no I want it to stop. There is no it needs to stop. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Here they are moving to a new network. Great network, great coverage. It has 2 promotions on it. So if someone watches WoW and they see an Impact commercial, like, ooh, I might tune into that. That looks crazy. Watching New Japan, an Impact commercial pops on. Hey, that's Don Callis on commentary. I like that. I will give that a watch. That's how marketing works. That's how social networking works. And that's how building a brand works. So them hating on it is bullshit because the only reason why they're hating on it right now is because they know it's a threat. They know right now Impact is making big moves. And now they're forced to see it because they're watching New Japan. I can't wait for the commercial to pop on when they're watching New Japan and be like, oh shit, an Impact commercial. Like, ha, now you have to see it. Even if you fast forward it, you still see 3 seconds of it. So that's it. I'm gonna make another list tomorrow because it's time for me to rant and it's time for me to get things off my chest and it's time for me to open more eyes because I'm fucking done. This has gone on way too long. I'm just gonna close it. I like Impact Wrestling. So does Jared apparently because he commented on the chat. That's the end of my video. Tune in tonight. It's gonna be crazy. You got 2 extreme matches, 2 stip matches. Sue versus Havok in a no DQ match. Team OVE versus Team Tessa in a street fight. You got a crazy 6-way match with 3 up and coming Lucha Libre talents. The Rascals. You got Cody Diener versus Shera. Alisha versus Taya. LAX's last match. It's just every one of those matches can be a main event match. And that's the way Impact likes to roll. That's the way Impact likes to be. And that's the end of my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I heard this on a video game, and obey. But don't obey me. Just obey your instincts. That's the end of my video. I will tune in tonight and tune in tomorrow. I hope for a bigger audience because it's going to get fucking nuts. I am going to make everyone's minds explode because I got so much to get off my chest. That is the end of my video. That is the end for now. Tune in tomorrow, probably around 12 noon. It's on a Saturday, so no one should be that busy. That is the end. I've said that twice, 4 times. Like, follow, subscribe, comment. You get a heart. You get a thumbs up. Tweet it. Share it. Retweet it. Plug me. I plug you. I like to give. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for wrestling. I'm doing this for the fans. I am not some shit sheet writer that wants to do this shit for attention. As you see, I haven't done one of these videos in 3 weeks because it's very tiring to do this. I'm really tired of voicing my own opinions and voicing myself when it's not even being taken seriously. I like doing this. It's something I really like doing, but at the end of the day, again, I hate that. It's almost like, what's the point? But anyways, that's the end of my video. Tune in tonight. I'll be watching on Twitch. I will not be in the chat because the chat is fucking toxic. And that's the end of my video. Good night. Goodbye. See you tonight.